Всем привет, с вами Ведьмак. Сейчас мы будем играть в дополнение к игре Кроме, Экспедиции, которая вышла еще в конце декабря. Там еще надо как-то активировать, то есть это дополнение. Летает еще зараза. Ой, как я не рассказывал, нет, когда я проходил оригинальную игру. То мне игра вылетала каждые 15 минут. Если вообще кто-то помнит. Это было что-то жесть просто. Я как не мог понять, из-за чего просто игра вылетает. Мне просто хотелось пойти убить совсем. В итоге все игры работали, все работало. Система была чистая. 8.1. А эта игра вылетает. Я хотелось пойти просто и убить совсем. Хотя автор говорит, что у вас игра такая? Вы вообще тестировали? Что вы думаете? Оказалось, что игру надо запускать. Желательно в DirectX 10 до. DirectX 12 даже и не думайте, а то вы будете вот такие заставщики ваш USB девайс. Нафиг. Поврежден и все такое. Ну, я, в принципе, сегодня играл по DirectX под 11, таких ошибок не было. Теперь смотрите, мы запустим игру под DirectX 11. С джойстиком все нормально, с покупкой я только что играл. И вчера только... Мы сегодня играли только в Эфи. В аркаду. Смотри предыдущий стрим. Ничего не вылетало. Но почему-то эта игра, она категорически отказывается. Она тупит, глючит. Все ругались, что на старте игра как-то странно себя ведет. Я не знаю вообще, что происходит. Я не знаю. Нет, исключение у тех, у кого PlayStation 4, мне тоже PlayStation 4, там достаточно дорого стоит. Теперь смотрю под DirectX 11. Там игра вылетит минут через 15. Неприятно, да? Якобы у нас USB девайс поврежден. Якобы. На этом USB девайсе мы прошли уже кучу игр. После оригинальной игры. USB девайс это джойстик. Это Xbox. Теперь все норма, как мы видим, по DirectX 11. Джойстик тут вообще никаким не как мы понимаем. Лишь под DirectX 12 лучше игру вообще не запускать. По крайней мере, если вы на геймпаде играете. Если у вас железо там 10 ядерных, то лучше эксперимент не ставьте. Если не хотите, чтобы ваша игра превратилась в мучение. Так, что у нас? Нам надо с вами так, Ctrl-11 сейчас выберу. Да, вот так вот. Кто не видит. Близко. Итак, вы видите игру DirectX 11, DirectX 12 у нас вылетало. Так, ничего вы тут не потеряли. Я тут бегаю по локации, ищу где открыть дополнение. По-моему. Так, давайте смотреть миссии. Конечно, вообще карту давайте смотреть. Так. Как я не знаю, виноват, забыл про время. Все-таки уже сколько? 29 августа прошло. День моего рождения ушел.
Finding the armory?
None. Looks like it got shifted. We have rangers checking each sector.
Fuck. Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
So, what's next for Simon and Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau, fuck it, the entire fucking world, without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this. Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever going to end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew. Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks. Hopefully she turns up. I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Welcome back, Director.
We gotta be methodical. Clean out every last hiss with one thorough sweep, room by room. Fuck, this place is a pain in the ass.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
That is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation? That sounds ominous. Why does it send you there?
Well, the Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. No one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Вот она экспедиция, да, пожалуй. Сейчас мы отправляем экспедиции с
This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. To think of it, the song should have gone back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
Стрёмные дома, сразу вам говорю.
Jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
Ага, вставляем жетон.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
И в экспедиции мы оказываемся.
Any not finding the armory?
None. Looks like you got shifted. We have Rangers checking.
Is the house on? Alright, we'll keep the teams looking. Postal watch on the old location. It's just like, I need that fucking ammo. Yeah, I found a file on the old director, Northmore. Just let me bring it down.
Record staff process a lot of data. Maybe it just slipped through.
Lots of work to do. Let's get to it, okay?
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide?
Salvador never did, but I'm well aware. Look, these things are not police Pope.
Well, it's no one can...
But then,
I'll see you later.
you know where I'll be.
Darling is redrawn. End of an era.
That's what they're saying. I heard something about him falling into a different dimension. We're all rooting for you, Director. There's no way this happened by accident.
Sightings in the oceans in the motel. Could survivors be hiding inside?
It's possible.
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable. I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time. I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data. And she's already off on her own thing. How do you feel about me taking over as director? You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I am still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone. They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them. When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you? Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise. And that doesn't upset you? Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it. Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work. Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant. Which it all was. Which it all was, of course. How was Dylan? The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say. Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me. But don't worry, we'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know. I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that. So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment. That explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be... me. You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily. I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane, and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Feyden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector, which should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location security and proximity to a high traffic area will prevent misuse while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details. This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never be accessible to low clearance staff in the first place.
Yeah, I found a file on the old director, Northmore. Well, the Rangers have been very cooperative. Not one complaint about taking orders from a security guard. Good fucking soldiers.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
I'm telling you, the board arranged this to whittle down our numbers.
Не пойму, как ты дополнительный режим включить. В смысле, даже не так, где он находится.
physical examination of Dylan Fayden, specifically looking for any physiological...
Good to see you, man.
О, тут походу. Ну вроде как. Сейчас что-то грузится. Я помню, тут миссии не было. Ну, давайте хоть немного поиграем, посмотрим. Не ставим назад.
Stars. That certainly looks like the same sky as the quarry. Yes, I should look for those rangers. A flashing light. They must have gone that way. The hiss. They're here.
Ой, ё. Не, вы видели? Сперва сообщение даже. Чувак, ты попал, называется. Не, серьезно, даже честно не понял. По мне херанул. Враги зашибись сильнее, конечно.
Guess the song ended.
Ой, ё, откуда начинать?
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April. Case number 21HQ593.
There you are. Did you find those Rangers at the formation?
I found them. But it's not good news. The Hiss got there first. Lots of them.
Another dead team. Jesus. You know, I should have seen this coming. The formation, it's got like a pull to it. Things just end up there. I'm sure you saw all the junk from the Bureau lying around.
There were a lot of Hiss, Arish. I mean, a lot. Did they get pulled in too?
Or they forced their way in. The formation is just a big question mark to us. But who knows? You might even find some useful stuff down there. All I know is we cannot let the Hiss get comfortable.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Uh-huh. A simple one. You need to find more tokens and clear the Hiss the fuck out of the formation.
That is simple.
Oh, and I found a file on the formation while you were gone. You take a look for yourself if you want. A lot of the terms in there are way beyond me. I don't like to overcomplicate these situations. When in doubt, fuck it. Shoot something, right?
Real helpful, Arish.
I try.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Ай, блин, еще жетоны какие-то искать. Вы даже не представляете. Херачить. Фигачить где-то эти жетоны. Дополнение, честно говоря, так себе. Нужно сдать платные дополнения, которые даже стоят. Классно вообще. Не экспедиция, вообще не пойми что. Надо было играть на этом месте, проверять, конечно. Я это к чему? Что у нас тут, если убьют, то потом еще есть те жетоны, где хочешь. Сейчас, давайте куда идти. А, 25 минут еще. Ну все.
Health activated.
Найти экспедиции. Так, ладно. Теперь надо, можно умереть? Шутка, можно, конечно. Кого зачистить? Что-то я тут никого не вижу. хрена себе тут волны. Что ж волны есть? А, следует зачистить 4 инструмента для метра. Дополнение мне тоже не нравится, какое-то скучное. Что-то на время. Все передачи. 3 уровня сложности. Не надо ждать, конечно, сюжетного дополнения в конце марта. Я в второго сюжета дополнения АВ. А это так бесплатно совершенно. Время уже заканчивается, 2,5 минуты. Плюс 13. Минут. Ну что там за минуту? Ничего интересного. Как же она провальна? Хит человек. Он завтра еще попробуем. С вами был Ведьмак. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки. Завтра же Майтон Мэдик поиграем. Суббота, воскресенье. Ну, дебильное дополнение, чуть-чуть именно дебильное. Очень сильно нужно пройти, чтобы она у тебя очень хорошая характеристика. Очень сильно у тебя должна быть героиня. Очень классный костюм. Но я, разумеется, ее особо так не разливал, когда проходил сюжет. Иначе экспедиции ты не пройдешь. Экспедиции, что тебе дается полчаса, и тебе говорят, вот давай все острова зачистить. Модификаторы там стоят. Ну, короче, это на любителя. Все, на любителя хардкор. Всем пока, удачи и до новых встреч.